There's something quite magical about creating a new world. Oh, and we got lucky straight away. Look at that. Before we even started looking around, there is a village off to our left. Wow, what a magical start. It's always so fun creating a new world. And this one especially is significant because we're going to be in this world for a very long time. I just generated this world with a random seed. I was willing to accept whatever it gave me, but the fact that it spawned me in right next to a village is absolutely huge because we already got food. That's a very good start. And if you've been around my content for a while, you know I'm going to be doing stuff with these villagers. Watch my step, right? Day one, let's not die. I'm going to be doing things with these villagers because villager trading, well, it's still a little overpowered and we're going to use it to our advantage. So let's keep these guys safe. What do we got in here? Oh, already some leather armor. I'll take it. A little extra protection in the early days is a pretty good idea. Let's go ahead and just grab this chest as well. We're gonna be gathering stuff. We're gonna need a place to put it, of course. I hear a guy in here. You know what? I hate to use my hay to block him in, but I'm gonna do it. I'm going to use the hay. It looks like there's plenty more where that came from, so it's not a problem. We'll continue to loot this place. A bed? Of course. Of course we're taking a bed, because as nighttime starts to fall, we can just sleep through it right away. Didn't even have to kill any sheep or anything like that, and we don't have to worry about our first night already. That is why it is super amazing that we had a village just straight in eye shot right when we spawned. I'd say we're off to one heck of a start already. It would be kind of weird to start a Minecraft world and not punch a tree, so let's do that. All right, our first planks, our first crafting table. Now it feels like a new start. Might as well go ahead and craft me some more bread just to make sure that I don't have to worry about food at all. All right, we'll go ahead and make ourselves the standard set of noob tools here. I don't know why I even bother getting myself a sword. All right, no mobs in here. Let's go ahead and get ourselves just enough to get upgraded tools, because obviously wood tools are not going to cut it. In fact, I think I am going to hard charge an iron farm. I want to get an iron farm straight away. And now that we have access to villagers, literally within seconds of starting a new world, I think that's super smart. So we can do something I've done in the past, which is combining an iron farm, villager breeder, and crop farm. And that takes care of quite a few things, because we will be doing some villager trading to get all of our gear pretty easily that way. And we'll be able to get some crops out of the deal because we're going to create an infinite villager breeder so that we can have infinite villagers for all that trading that we want to do. And then we can get crops from that for eating for now until we get better farms. And then, of course, the iron, which will be useful in trading for the emeralds and for some extra tools and gear and things like that. So I think that's a good plan. And my plan, of course, is dolphin approved. Okay, upgrading the tool time. There we go. And it's amazing how quickly our starter tools become obsolete, but here we are. Well, all right, a little bit of armor, a little bit of food, and already a bed and some tools. That is the fastest, cleanest start I think I've ever had to a new Minecraft world. Hopefully this is a sign of good things to come here. Now, I want to look around because I literally looked at this village and came straight over here. Didn't bother even looking around 360 degrees. I have no idea what we have in store around us. So let's take a quick peek over this hill and just get a lay of the land a little bit. And just like that, the sun's already starting to set. So we'll keep our eye on that. I want to make sure that we don't have monsters spawning in the night, just so that we don't have to worry too much about that village. Even though we saved a few villagers, it would be nice to keep as many as possible. I'm heading this direction. I'm just drawn to it because look at this incredible structure of mountains. Anyway, it's getting dark. I'm not gonna mess around. Let's just go ahead and take care of this. Literally the second I could, I'm in bed. All right, shouldn't have to worry, except for mobs maybe coming out of caves now, but that gives us a little bit more time to look around. This is very, very exciting. I gotta tell you, it has been so long since I have been in a brand new world, and this one is mine. I get to keep it forever. Now, one thing I have learned, it's not super fun when you go far from spawn and then like you die and for some reason your spawn point has been obstructed, or, you know, you picked up your bed not thinking about it. So I think I want to kind of stick close to spawn just when that does happen. It's not a pain to get back to where I'm actually going to have a base. So the more I look at this, the more I think how cool would that be to actually live up in this crazy generated mountain of whatever you want to call that. That would be a lot of fun. And plus, really soon, we're going to be having the happy gas come, which means we're going to have a way to travel up and down really easily, like with a floating elevator, basically. And that would help us to do a bunch of building and stuff if we want to build up high like that. And I also just really love the idea of being able to like look out over the landscape. I kind of want to go up there and just see what the view looks like. Oh, look at that. Lots of iron spawned in the wall. Now, I'm hoping that I don't actually need to mine a bunch of that iron out so we can keep things kind of looking nice and natural around here. But I could use it for an early bucket. That's always nice to have. We're going to need that for our crop farm anyway to get water going to hydrate the crops. Here's our view. We've got a bit of a swamp down there, which is awesome. Look at that, firefly bushes and things like that. I was kind of hoping to see a witch hut. I mean, that would be just insanely good luck if there was a witch hut. Wait, is that more? Oh, we could get lucky over there. There's a potential for a witch hut over there. There's more swamp. And then it looks like mangrove forest over there as well. And then a little bit of birch over there, a little acacia. We've got a little bit of like everything. And look at that. Look at emeralds. Not that we're gonna need that, but that's cool. It's cool that we can have it if we want it. It's already there. It looks like we've got a nice diverse range of biomes around us. And I gotta say, I actually quite like this view. And so does the armadillo. Yeah, this is it. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking of all the cool things we could build into these little mountain structures here that would be really awesome. I love the fact that there's like waterfalls and skellies living there and spiders and stuff. Okay, well, we'll light it up. We'll make it safe eventually. But imagine floating around here building on the Happy Ghast. I can't wait for that. I could go for just like a little starter hut just to know that I have a place to lay my head at night and not have to worry about mobs. Speaking of, it's a whole party of mobs going on in here. Yeah, these are casting some shadows here that are allowing... whoa! Okay, don't look at Enderman. A lot of mobs to spawn. That's going to be fun getting in there and lighting this up. But I think I want to stay on this side. I love the look out over the water here. And I think if I just kind of clear out some space right here, we'll have a good place to set our bed down and maybe we carve in. Maybe we carve in just a little bit into here just so that we have a nice, safe, protected structure. And, you know, it being day one, I don't exactly have the materials to build an amazing starter house. I want to get that farm up and running. Once we get the iron flowing, sky's the limit, literally. All right, I'm not going to let my starter tools go to waste. I'm going to use them to start making charcoal. And I've set up a little bit of a shelter here, just dug into the mountain. I mean, it's not much, but it will work. I mean, yeah, what we could do, though, is I believe this still works, where if I actually put the doors on sideways, then zombies get confused because they think the door is open when it's really closed, and then they won't try to break it down. But yeah, if we take a look at this, if we use the F3 screen, we can see that this is actually showing that open is true, if you look in the bottom right there. And that's not the case. You can see it's actually closed. So that is going to trick the zombie into not trying to break it down. So just a couple smart little tricks just to keep us a little extra safe as we get started here. And I'm going to just go ahead and borrow some of our newly made coal to make some torches so that we can keep the inside of this place lit up as well. And then I'll just pop a few out front just to make sure that we don't have any surprise guests. And I'm going to collect a little bit of wood. I want to make a boat, and I want to start bringing some villagers over already. I know. We literally just started, and I'm already trying to build a villager breeder, iron farm, crop farm, you name it. But that's how we're going to play, okay? I like automation. As you're going to see throughout this series, we're going to automate everything we possibly can. This world's going to be working for us, okay? We're not going to be, I mean, we're going to work hard. We're getting the farms up and running. But after that, this world's going to work for us. Everything's going to be free. Is that what I think it is? Do we have a shipwreck out there? Look at that. And we've got chicken as well. I would like to get every single mob in the game together and make farms out of. So we would have a chicken farm, even though I typically don't end up using chicken as my food source. You know, it's nice to have variety. It is a shipwreck. However, it looks like it's not fully generated. We're missing almost half the ship here, which means we're probably missing a chest or two. Let's go inside and see what we got though. Okay, first chest, and nothing good. Well, some crops. We are going to need the carrots and stuff, so I'll take them. And the extra coal's nice. Now the question is there another chest at least? Let's find out. Maybe hidden around this corner. Oh, absolutely there is. Okay, and we got a buried treasure map. So we could use that and maybe find some more goodies. Let's take a look at this map and see what we're dealing with. Okay, let's take a look. What direction are we facing? So that would be north. we're northeast basically of that X, which means we need to turn around and go this way a bit. All right, we seem to be just about right on the X. I mean, I literally can barely see my little indicator. So let's do this trick, F3. And if we look at the chunk relative coordinate there and we go to where it's 9, 9, that means we should be able to just dig straight down. And there it is, perfect. And we've got iron already, nice. A heart of the sea, some emeralds, and some cooked salmon and gold. What a find. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take this chest. All right, amazing. I am gonna craft a water bucket straight away. I know we're gonna need it. I'm sure it'll come in handy. All right, let's get back to the task at hand. We're gonna round up some villagers now. I gotta say I'm really happy with the seed so far. We've gotten lucky. We've got kelp. We've got tons of stuff just straight away around us. A lot of diverse biomes that we can get some different wood types. It's definitely one of the better starts I've had in Minecraft. Might as well dip in here. However, there is a drown. So is our first mob fight in this game gonna be a drown? It looks like it. But I don't think it's gonna be much of a challenge. Yeah, it doesn't get much easier than that, does it? That's what I came for. We've got a fishing rod down there. However, once again, nighttime happens so quick, and we've left our bed behind. So I'm gonna book it to this village, and we're gonna have to use one of the beds in there. Slight bit of panic in my voice because I did not anticipate that sneaking up on us. Just realized we haven't properly looted this place. There's probably some other good stuff if we go around and look inside all the different buildings. Let's just make sure these guys are safe. There's no zombies walking around or anything like that. What's up, turtle? Oh, and I suppose I don't need this map anymore. Yeah, look at our inventory. It's an absolute mess. Just like that. Absolute mess. We've just done a little bit of exploring, a little bit of treasure hunting, and we just have a pocket full of garbage. All right, since we panicked and ran away from this, I'm gonna go back and actually finish looting that. Okay, not bad. Fishing rod. Which we didn't need in coal. Okay, so it wasn't great. Oh, and we're getting the trident thrown at us now. So yeah, that's our cue to leave. Let's just hope that one despawns. All right, hopefully we have some villagers willing to go with us. And yeah, before the other one gets in the boat, let me go ahead and get this one out of here. Let's see, I think we can skirt across this without falling down. All right, I brought another boat so that we can get 2 villagers ready to go. All right, let's go on a little journey. These guys are going to be crucial in starting our new empire. All right, there it is, home sweet home. You guys can see it, right? You got the vision? You seeing it? Whole colony kind of settled in up in these structures up here. It's going to be amazing. I'm very excited for this. However, we got a lot of work to do. We got to get these villagers safe, and I probably should have prepared something before I came over with these guys, but that's all right. We'll make it work. I'm just going to go ahead and dig into this mountain right here. I know I said I didn't really want to disturb too much, and I won't. Once these guys are safe, we'll come back and we'll make sure that this looks good again. But for now, I just need to make sure I keep them safe, which means in a shelter, protected. Light it up, and then we need to figure out where we're going to actually start to build these farms. All right, that should be good. I got a torch in there. There's space, and I think with the water flowing in, we don't have to worry too much here. He's not going to try to get out. I mean, he's in a boat right now. We're not going to let him out of the boat just yet, but when we do, he's not going anywhere. He's going to have to fight current to get out. So I am going to just put some dirt up right here. That should protect him well enough. Nothing can get in. And I can still kind of see where this indent is so I can find it again. Now, we got to make this journey a few times. We're going to head back, grab the other one. Now, we could just take the 2 and start a villager breeder straight away, but it might be better just to grab 3 since that's what we're going to need for the iron farm, and maybe focus on the iron farm part first before we start worrying about the villager breeder. All right, you've been waiting so patiently. Let's take you home. So the plan, of course, for the series is we want to build a bunch of farms. We want the game working for us, but I'm not just going to build the most efficient, over-the-top, way more materials than we'll ever need kind of farms just because we can. I want to make sure that these farms are easy to build, something that any Redstone novice could even do. But we want to make these farms fun, and I want to be able to just walk by them and just have a little smile on my face as things are happening. So we're going to put our own little twist on each and every farm that we build. That's my plan anyway. Hopefully that sounds fun to you guys because I am very excited. But before we can do all that craziness, we need to get the basics under control. And these guys are going to help us do that. So, okay, 3 villagers secured. Now I really should just take a moment to, do that thing that nobody really likes doing. Well, maybe some of you do, but not me. And it's called planning. And, I find planning boring sometimes. So, a lot of this series, you're going to see I'm winging it. I'm not planning on spending a bunch of time in creative and planning out a bunch of stuff. We're going to just be placing blocks and having a good time. And it's going to turn out however it turns out. We're not going to stress too much about it because this is a sandbox game, right? We're crafting our own world here. That's the whole point of Minecraft, is to get creative and place blocks however we feel fit and do whatever we find fun. So that's my plan. I'm not going to overthink things, but however, I do want to at least take a few seconds here and then to make sure I'm not making any catastrophic mistakes, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to scout the land just a little bit and try to decide where would be a good fit for something like what we're about to build. We want to build an iron farm / villager breeder / villager trading hall / crop farm. That's a lot of slashes. And I don't exactly want the loud noises of villagers going, hmm. Yeah, that's pretty good. I could have been the voice actor for them, huh? I don't want to hear that constantly when I'm hanging out in the main part of my base, which I'm not even sure is going to be this. This was just a starter place. So looking around here, I think what we could do, since they're already kind of down there, is this spot looks pretty good here. And I think that's far enough away that we won't have to hear it, especially as we move up and into this mountain. And it's close enough that transporting them from where we've got them now shouldn't be that difficult. Well, there's no getting around it. I feel like this is definitely the spot, and I just broke my shovel, so I'm gonna have to spend some time clearing this out, making a space to build this up. For now, we might just settle for some starter materials just to get things constructed here, and then later we can come back and upgrade them and make it look a little better. And I do realize getting the villagers up here might not be super easy. Our 3 villagers have survived their journey. It was a bit treacherous. I tried to make a little path for them, but I think that might have been a waste of my time. I think they would have figured out their way up the mountain regardless. But anyway, they're here, and now we got to keep them safe. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get building this farm. All right, pretty much everything is in place. We've got all our villagers in. We've got our zombie in. I've got that closed for now, so he's not continuing to scare these guys. I don't need golems everywhere because I don't have a way to funnel them to their death just now. In fact, I got one that did spawn, and I think he came down here, and he's been cleaning up this little cave for me down here, which is nice. Yeah, I can see some rotten flesh. He does look like he took a little bit of a beating, but at least I can come in here now and know that there's no mobs down in here. And I needed to come in here anyway because I need this. Right now, if a storm hits and lightning strikes our villagers up there, that would be very, very bad. So I'm going to take this copper. We're going to make a lightning rod and put that in place so that hopefully they will stay safe. And I guess we'll just leave our little golem friend down here just in case any more mobs decide to spawn. Not sure how long he's going to make it, but it's nice to know that he's there helping to protect us for now. Now, I'm thinking about changing up this design just a little bit from the one I did in the tutorial a couple years ago. I'll put a link in the description if you guys are interested in how to build this up. It was actually pretty simple to build considering I've only been in this world for a few days, and it's going to give us a whole bunch of iron and then hopefully some crops and villager babies as well once this guy gets all this farm done. Is he working? I'm going to free cam this a little bit so we can get a better view of this. I think he's working. Question mark? Is he? There he goes. Okay, good. But since I didn't have enough carrots, we're going to have to let him take his time. And then once that's fully stocked, hopefully he starts throwing the extra carrots to the villagers that are down there in the beds. That's going to make them willing to breed, and then they'll start making babies, which also will just fall and hang out here, which isn't good. So we're not really prepared for that anyway. And my idea is that instead of having the golem spawn below, which is where also the babies fall, and then having to like separate them underneath, I think I'm going to try to make it so that golems will spawn above this plot, and then of course the babies can fall down and we can funnel them. So it's going to just easily separate that. It is going to make this whole structure a bit taller because we're going to need a spawning ground for the golems. But I think that's going to actually look pretty cool when we're kind of back there. In fact, I'm going to free cam once again, just because I want to get a good idea of what this is going to look like. So you can see from down below, it doesn't really look like much as we're looking up at this. As we put an extra little cell for the golems to spawn, it is going to start to carry up and start to block our view of all this amazing landscape that we have. So I don't want to go too high up with it. And honestly, I don't think we need that big of an area. We just need to make sure that the golems won't spawn in our farmland, which right now I think that's a top slab, but that could be problematic. I might change that out with a stair. And I think with the glass, the bell, the trapdoors, we should be good to go there. We don't have to worry about it. So as long as we create a nice spot where I'm not looking at that Enderman, am I? Let's get back into our body here before something bad happens. I haven't died yet. And not that I'm trying to have a deathless series or anything like that, but, you know, I do consider myself somewhat of a Minecraft pro after a decade of playing this game, and it would be pretty embarrassing to die to something stupid like that. So my guess is right now, if I flip this trapdoor, we should get a golem to spawn pretty quick. He's starting to scare those villagers in there, and unless they can still detect that there's a golem down there, we should have one spawning. Oh, there he is. There we got our new golem right there. All right, again, I'm going to keep that closed. We'll keep this guy around. Why not? A little extra bodyguard won't hurt. That is, unless he gets to our zombie up there. He can't get to our zombie up there, right? Okay, good. That would have been bad. And not that it was hard to get him. I did go through a couple before I found one that would hold an item so that he won't despawn. He's holding our torch. But I really don't want to go through that process again just because, you know, we have them now. And of course it starts raining, which is making me a little bit nervous about, you know, our villagers getting struck by lightning. So let's go ahead and quickly take care of that before it becomes an actual problem. Now, I think we need to get at least 6 blocks above anything that could get hurt by lightning. So we'll just play it safe and go up 6 from here. And hopefully that will take care of that. And now that our villagers are safe, let's build the iron farm. Yep. I was going to say, we might start seeing some babies being born because we got our farmer finally sharing some carrots with our 3 villagers here. And let's see, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? And if so, what's going to happen to the little guy? I don't have anything to catch the little guy just yet. Maybe only one. Oh, there he is. Okay. He's up there, and now he's down here, and now he's gone. Okay. Oh, well, he'll be fine. No, he won't. We'll sleep. Don't worry. I didn't think the villager breeder was going to start working immediately. I thought it was going to take a little bit longer than that. But here we are. Here we are. I've been focusing on trying to get the iron farm part up and running, which I'm not sure if we're ready yet. But let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Oh, there's zombie. Hi, zombie. Don't chase down little guy. Little guy's running for his life. Good luck, little guy. All right, he's here. I feel like we should we save him? Should we put him in a boat? Let's save him. No, come back. Oh, okay. You know, toddlers. You know, they don't listen. They don't like to listen, do they? Can I get in the boat? Thank you. Okay. I am going to open this trapdoor now, and the zombie's going to scare those guys, and they're going to create a golem, and I'm kind of hoping the golem spawns up there. I don't think I've slabbed everything I've needed to down here. There's a chance it could spawn in a weird spot. We're going to find out, but if it does spawn up there, I'm hoping it will suffocate in some blocks. We don't have lava just yet, so let's find out. Here we go. Go ahead, scare him. Create golem. And yes, it's spawning up there. Let's go take a look. That's the sound of victory right there. Love that. Love that. Okay, golem spawned up here, and he spawns with his head in a block, and it's going to take, well, it's going to take a little bit of time for him to die. That's okay. We'll wait. It's worth the wait. It's this free iron. It's just free iron. There's our first iron. Yes, our first iron from our iron farm. Let's go. Wow, what a monumentous occasion. We've had our first baby villager being born, and now our first iron, which we have no good way to collect. It's on top of that glass block up there, and I don't have a way to go get it just yet. Yeah, we're gonna have to make some modifications here. That's fine. It's fine. This will be great. We can use that iron to make hoppers. Another golem being spawned up top, right where we want it. Amazing. Yeah, so we should probably go get that. I'm just enjoying the sound of golems dying. Okay. Okay, I got it. Okay. However, not a good idea to have blocks up here because, well, okay, I don't think a golem could spawn. We're okay. I don't want a golem to spawn anywhere near that guy. It would be bad. Look at that. 8 ingots and another golem is spawning right now. Okay, so what we could do is we'll just put a hopper there. And then from there we can start to funnel the items wherever we want, really. I could have them come across here and fall down if we want. Wherever. I just need to make sure we're collecting them, and it's somewhere I can get to pretty easily. So let's go ahead and take care of that right now. Let's go get a hopper made. You know, if I wait this out, hold on. If I wait this out, I might be able to make 2 hoppers. We might need 2. There we go. Iron falls. Perfect. And got it. Nice. Okay. I don't doubt that at some point we're going to have a golem spawn somewhere we don't want it. So we're just going to have to keep our eye on it. Right now, things seem to be working pretty well. So let's continue to work until the problem presents itself, and then we'll deal with it. And the first 2 hoppers of the series is done. We have it now. We're going to get all the iron. We're going to have a full iron suit. Iron tools. Maybe even a shield. Do we need a shield? Nah, we're not doing no shield. We don't need no shield. We're professionals. Okay, I need to figure out where we're going with this. Right now, we can probably just pop a hopper. Okay, I'm going to try to hit the top of this block. Crushed it. Let's go. Because we can put a chest there. Hopper into that. It's not super ideal. Unless I can reach it by just jumping from down there, which I don't think I can. But let's find out. Let's find out if the items are going to come in from that golem there. And there they are. Perfect. Okay. Well, we have a collection system now. Amazing. There we go. I just needed a little booster seat so that I could reach that chest. No problem. And because this is actually a bottom slab here, it's also spawn proof as well. So we shouldn't have to worry about any golems spawning on that. So, okay. Well, that's a good first start. We've got a working iron farm now, a working villager breeder. However, we need to do something about those villagers being born because they're just kind of falling off these beds and running off. So I think I'm going to enclose this just a little bit so that that's not going to happen. And then we can kind of catch them down below and store them. And the whole time I'm doing that, we'll be collecting iron. Let's go. Uh-oh. I was hanging out inside my little hut there overnight, and apparently a zombie got up here. Hello? Get in the boat. Get in the boat. Trust me, you'll love it. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. We could use an ender pearl, right? Yeah. Come on now. Crit him. Crit him. Professional. Let's go. I'll take that. Thank you. I never know when I'm going to need to escape mob quickly or something. I'm going to keep that ender pearl on my hotbar. You know it. I could probably just fence this off or something. You know? Make it so this whole area is safe. Nobody can get in. That's probably a good idea. Or I could just complete the project and I won't have to worry about them coming after my villagers. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. All right, well, everybody just just look away for a second, okay? This isn't going to be pretty. Oh, yep, there it is. It happened. It happened. We've got a golem. It spawned over here, which I thought would be far enough that they couldn't spawn. So we're going to add another layer right here. And then we're going to have to, well, he's got to go. He's probably just going to roam off on his own, I suppose. Once he gets far enough away from those guys, they'll start creating more golems. I don't want to punch him. He's naturally spawned. He will fight back if I do. So I'm going to leave him. He's probably just going to go find some mobs down below. Yep, there he goes. Okay. And that's perfect. He can roam free. Go protect us from all the mobs that are surrounding us. And at this point, hopefully, we get another spawn up above. And let's see how much iron we've got so far. 56. Okay. All right. I mean, almost a stack already. And then we can take these poppies and we can turn them into bone meal through a composter. It'd be a slow process, but a little trickle of bone meal wouldn't hurt anything. Let's do it. Let's go make some tools. All mine are about dead anyway, so the timing is perfect. First up, iron sword. Very nice. Pickaxe. Next up, iron shovel. Bang. And axe, of course. And then I think we might have enough. Helmet. Chest plate. Pants. Shoes. We had enough. And then some to spare. I love it. Look at this, guys. We're fully suited up. Just like that. All iron tools. Full suit of iron armor. Iron for free. We didn't even have to mine any. That's what I call a W. I might have to get a lava bucket and actually go down and take care of these. Look what I've come across. I've got a ruined portal here. And there's my lava. Perfect. What do we got? Oh. Nothing good, unfortunately. But I got a lava source. And look at this. Another village is chilling out here. I think I'm just going to leave this one be. I don't really need anything from it. It's good to know this village is here. It's obvious. It's not that far away at all, which is great. So nice to get out and do a little exploring, but I got what I came for, which is this lava. All right, I've cleared out all the golems, and that is flowing again. We are getting plenty of iron, but I think that is good enough for episode 1. We did a lot today. What a heck of a start. We've got a bunch of iron, and we've got a villager breeder up and running. As soon as all those carrots grow, I'm assuming we're going to be having a bunch of babies in those tubes next episode, which we can pull out and start to get the villager trading happening, and then start to focus on all the other farms that we're going to need. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please let me know. I hope you guys are excited for this series as I am. We're going to have so much fun, and this one's going to be sticking around. I'm going to hold on to this. I'm going to do something I've never done before. We're going to keep this world rolling for as long as I'm still playing Minecraft. So just imagine the possibilities of what we can do week after week, spending time in this world together. And I can't wait to see how this is all going to turn out. We're going to have so much going on here. Oop, almost looked at an Enderman. And yeah, maybe we should wrap things up because I actually did make it through episode 1 without a single death. So yeah, let's quit while we're ahead. Thanks, guys. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. You don't want to miss future episodes. I appreciate y'all. See you again next time. Have a good one, everyone.